much to talk about tonight. We say RIP to DEI. A senator wants to fertilize the wrong kind of egg, and the inventor of the Cybertruck thinks our government looks stupid. So let's get into the latest in another installment of the second coming of Donald J. Trump.
I'm gonna come.
We all know Donald Trump isn't a details kind of guy. We elected him to come up with big, brilliant ideas like renaming the Gulf of Mexico. No one else could have thought of that or should have thought of that. But it's okay that he's not big on details because during the campaign, he promised us that he knew a guy.
I'm going to appoint Elon Musk, who's a fantastic guy, to lead a government efficiency commission tasked with saving trillions of dollars in fraud, waste, and abuse. We have tremendous fat.
Oh, don't take the bait, Desi. Don't take the bait. Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Okay. That's right, Elon Musk, the world's richest man and guy who cheers in the wrong parts of Saving Private Ryan. Trump promised us that he'd give Elon full access to the federal government, pull it to the side and get all up in it. And unlike his wedding vows, this is a promise he kept.
Elon Musk's sweeping push to make over the federal government, sparking Democratic panic and warnings of a constitutional crisis.
Now we have learned that his team has gained access to something extraordinarily sensitive, the system that the Treasury Department uses to disperse almost every check and expenditure of any kind made by the U.S. government.
That is a vast database with millions of Americans' personal information on it.
Yeah, Elon Musk has access to your social security number, and that is not cool. If you want our personal data, Elon, you go buy it off the dark web like everyone else, okay? Now, you might be thinking, I don't want white nationalist Tony Stark to have sole control of the inner workings of the federal government, but relax. It's not just Elon. He has a fully equipped team.
Longtime government employees this week were shocked to find that their new supervisors from Elon Musk's Doge department include recent college and high school graduates between 19 and 24 years old. One of the young men is apparently a former intern at Musk's Neuralink company, who goes by the online handle Big Balls.
Great! Big Balls has my social security number. Now I feel better. I know we complained about our leaders being too old, but doesn't this go a little too far in the other direction? Surely there must be a middle ground somewhere between crypto bros and crypt keepers. Not only that, Musk has been installing his big balls in a whole bunch of little-known agencies that are crucial in actually running the government. The GSA, the OPM, the OMB, the OC, and SVU. And of course, the big question about this takeover, and the question we'll be asking ourselves a lot over the next 4 years, is this legal? Which brings me to our new segment, Is That Legal? To help us out, we go to our very own Troy Iwata. Thank you for acting as our resident legal expert.
You can count on me, Desi. I'm versed in legal statutes, I have access to a network of law professors, and I'm wearing a bow tie.
Perfect. Can you help us find out if it's legal for Musk and his Lost Boys to access the sensitive information of the federal government?
That is a beautiful question, Desi. It doesn't sound legal, but nothing does anymore. Let me tell you what, I'll do some research and I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay, great. Well, we'll check back in a minute. Thank you, Troy. Now, Elon Musk isn't just going to get full access to the federal government just to sit back and watch it function like he's some sort of cuck. No, he's going to jump in there and do some cutting.
This weekend, Musk taking aim at the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, which is in charge of dispensing tens of billions of dollars in foreign aid.
USAID employees are waking up this morning to an email notice telling them not to show up to work today, as Musk says he is shutting the agency down.
Yes, the richest man in the world is cutting off aid to poor countries. Why can't you just be a normal billionaire and co-host Shark Tank or run an NBA team into the ground? Now, I'm not saying there's not some cuts to be made in foreign aid spending. You just don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Or what's the expression I'm looking for?
As we dug into USAID, it became apparent that what we have here is not an apple with a worm in it, but we have actually just a bowl of worms. And so at the point at which you don't merely, like if you've got an apple and it's got a worm in it, maybe you can take the worm out. But if you've got actually just a bowl of worms, it's hopeless. And USAID is a bowl of worms. Mm-hmm. There is no apple. And when there is no apple, you've just got to basically get rid of the whole thing.
Okay, we get it. We get the metaphor. You don't have to keep saying worms over and over again. You know, I have a metaphor too. Elon Musk's charisma reminds me of a ball of worms. And of course, USAID was codified by an act of Congress. So if Trump thinks he can have Elon Musk kill it, he must have a strong legal reason for why he can do that without an act of Congress.
Will it take an act of Congress to do away with USAID, or do you believe you have...
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or not. Why should he know? He's just the president. Fortunately, we have a legal expert who can help answer that question. Let's go back to Troy Iwata.
What?
Troy, I got another one for you. Is it legal for the president to shut down USAID without an act of Congress?
Oh, I'm not done looking at the Treasury Department thing.
Well, Troy, we kind of need to know this now. We have to keep up with Trump.
Okay, so should I do that question first?
No, do both first.
Okay, well, this is it's going to take a lot of work, so I have to,
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Now, obviously, Republicans are standing by Musk for the most part. They say that Trump ran on cutting spending, and this is all just a part of that. But is there perhaps a senator who could make that point in the, I don't know, weirdest, creepiest way possible?
I like omelets. I mean, I really like omelets. I could eat an omelet at every meal. I like omelets better than sex. Not really, but you get the point. I like omelets. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
Did we really have to learn all about this guy's sex life just so he could get to a common expression? I can only climax when someone steps on my balls anyway. There's no use crying over spilt milk. Look, I don't know if I understand Senator Kennedy's metaphor, but I definitely understand why he's been banned from Denny's. Anyway, if you're looking for Senator Kennedy's wife, she's the woman in the grocery store yelling at the eggs. You stay away from my husband, you cage-free slut! Well, never! I'm just kidding. I'm sure she prefers eggs to having sex with him, too. But Elon Musk isn't the only one having people finger-banging their eggs Florentine with excitement. Donald Trump is also reducing the government workforce, although his interests seem to be less about cost-cutting and more about sweet, sweet revenge.
Tremendous unrest inside the FBI as prosecutors and agents who worked on the January 6th investigation are being targeted.
It looks like a wholesale purge of the FBI. As you know, already the 8 top officials at the Federal Bureau of Investigation have either been fired or forced to resign. Now the FBI is being asked to produce a list of every employee who worked on any case related to January 6th. I am told this is some 6,000 FBI employees all told.
What the f***? These agents were doing their job, enforcing the law, and now they're getting fired? That is not how it works. I cannot believe I have to explain firing to the star of The Apprentice. That was your whole fake job. And this is obviously just the beginning, because Trump is going to be targeting everyone that's ever come after him. And I just want to say, I'm not scared. So, Mr. Trump, bring it on, okay? Bring it on. That's coming from me, Jordan Klepper, Klepper. Now, obviously, of course, the big question over Trump firing the FBI agents is that legal? Troy?
What? Well, I'm still doing the other stuff.
Don't worry about that stuff, but also finish that stuff and add on this new stuff. Find out if the president's executive powers include the termination of officials ordered by the former attorney general to investigate the criminal actions of his accomplices.
I didn't get any of what you just said. Okay, I need to get my notepad.
The truth is, practically everything Trump is doing these days is in a legal gray zone. Just today, he announced an executive order dismantling the Department of Education. He started a sovereign wealth fund. He's considering deporting U.S. prisoners to El Salvador, and he's ordered billions of gallons of water to be wasted in Central California. Troy?
Oh my God! You can't be serious!
Is the sovereign wealth education citizen deporting water wasting legal?
How many more questions are there going to be?
8 more every hour for the next 4 years.
Jesus Christ! You're going to find out in a second if it's legal for me to blow my brains out on the air.
Well, is it?
I don't know!
Troy, look, I know this is a hectic pace, but it's important that we find out the answers so we can be as informed as possible about whether this administration's actions are legal. Don't you agree? Troy? Wait. Where's Troy?
What's up? Troy got fired by Elon Musk.
What? Is that legal for Elon Musk to fire one of our employees?
Of course it is. Everything Elon does is legal, bro.
Wait, who are you? Are you Big Balls?
No, of course not. Big Balls was my fraternity brother. You can call me Floppy Taint.
God damn it. Floppy Taint, everyone.